Hello, duelists, and welcome to the King's Court. Okay, so unfortunately, now, really quick, if you're a new viewer, thank you so much for clicking on this video, and if you're a returning viewer, hi, how you doing? I still gotta think of a cool title for this series, but basically, for the last couple of weeks, I was staying pretty consistent with basically every Friday now has kind of become my Master Duel day, where I basically over the week try to accumulate as many really good replays as possible and try to come back here with what I think are the more entertaining ones. It's been a lot of fun lately, so basically though, I unfortunately missed last week's because some stuff came up and yada yada yada, all that good stuff. Anyways, I'm here now, and this is actually a special one. This is actually going to be the first video playing Yubel actually here on Master Duel. I managed to grind for a while. It's crazy. I wasn't even trying to, but I ended up getting all the way to platinum already. Just grinding for gems to craft the stuff for Yubel. So, dang, right? So basically, what I think I'm going to start doing, one week I'll do heroes, and one week I'll do Yubel. And pretty much just I don't know, just keep having fun with this. This has been a lot of fun doing these. Playing Master Duel is a lot different, obviously, than the TCG that I'm usually used to, but I thought, you know what, we're already doing regular modern TCG format stuff, and we're already doing Edison stuff too now, and so I thought, you know what, screw it, let's add Master Duel to that. So it's been a lot of fun so far. So if you want to see any more, and I just beat Tenpai, I hate playing against Tenpai, so I do not feel bad. They're not. If Tenpai actually, Yubel actually has a really good matchup against Tenpai, but I'll go over that later. So, anyways, if you want to see more of these, and shoot, you want channel member Michael has really been grinding hard to finish updating his decks in Master Duel. So, if you want to see him as well, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and that's pretty much it. So, right here, I'm starting off. It's funny, I actually did a pretty similar combo like this recently. If you want to see that, I'll leave a link to it in the description. Basically, I showed off how strong opening the Spirit Gates combined with Nightmare Throne could be, and here, ironically, both of them, Nightmare Throne and opening the Spirit Gates, are both at 2 in Master Duel. And also, I completely forgot, terraforming isn't in this game at all, which is kind of crazy. But it is a pretty powerful card. But anyways, I'm basically showing like a different version. So I went Dark Beckoning Beast with Samsara Lotus, and right here I'm basically just linking off into Unchained Soul of Rage. Unfortunately, unlike IRL, I don't have the Phoenixsmith engine. Well, I have some of it, like the extra deck mostly, but no duh, it shouldn't be a shocker. Most of the Phoenixsmith engine, the really good ones, Engraver, Lacrima, etc., are all URs, and yeah, so I'm working on getting those, just trying to finish up because there's some other staples I still got to get. Like, I didn't even know I'm still missing like tactics, droplets, and I only got, a couple. I'm still missing some hand traps. I got the important ones at least. So, man, dang, I got a lot of work I need to do. But, anyways, so I am missing the Phoenixsmith engine, unfortunately, but just like I've done before, tons of times, like different deck profiles and videos, Yubel can still go even without it. Plus, there are some inherent advantages compared to the TCG because in Master Duel, Phantom of Yubel is actually at 2. And man, that is a big game changer because unfortunately, because Phantom Yubel is at 1 in the TCG, we actually can't really use it as a resource to keep basically comboing, which is something you can do here in Master Duel. So that's actually pretty cool. So it looks like I'm playing against 6 Sams. Crazy. I haven't seen 6 Samurai in like forever. It's a pretty cool deck. So right here I'm going to Unchain and go back into Soul Rage. And they're going to attack, and I guess they didn't either because a lot of people, I swear, keep forgetting about Nightmare Pain. So I'm going to use a Boa Ku. The more I played Yubel, the more I really like a Boa Ku in the deck. It really helps out. So first, I'm going to have Phantom crash into their monster just to burn them. And they're going to try to use their effect, but luckily I'm going to use Vanderus. I'm still probably butchering that name. And I still got my other monsters to attack. I was not expecting that. So, yeah, what was it? Radiant, I think? But luckily, I can see, this is what I mean. Luckily, I can still go into a second Phantom, and I'm in an interesting position. So they're going to try to attack. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not used to how not only pretty much all the Yubel monsters can't be destroyed by battle, but also how Nightmare Pain works. So that's good for me. So I'm going to use um, opening the Spirit Gates. Why did I mess up on that? And special summon back Spirit of Yubel, and basically just go off from here. Spirit of Yubel, summon the original, use Gruesome Grave Screamer, pop Yubel, basically just so I can have Terra Incarnate, so I can go into another Phantom if I want to. Link off, and I'm gonna go actually. I almost never go into Muckracker of the Underworld, but this is actually an example of one of the few times where this card is actually really useful. Yeah, I almost never use this card. And thanks to Gruesome Grave Skimmer, I can summon back Spirit and crash into their monster 3 times per game. That burn damage is always so messed up. And that's game 2 so far. Like I said at the beginning, if you're new to the series, basically I try to bring at least 5 duels, and this is the third one right here. Man, I opened up a lot. I swear, sometimes I think the numbers, the algorithm that you use to, for the number generators and all that, when you open up your hand, is broken because I keep opening up multiples of a lot of hand traps, and in real life, I almost never do. Let's see. So I managed to at least open up Samsara D Lotus. It looks like my opponent was playing dinosaurs, and I like dinosaurs. They're really cool. But Lancia just messes with them because some of their best cards, like Double Evolution Pail and obviously Ultimate Conductor, need to banish cards to really summon themselves. So I pretty much opened up pretty nuts, actually. Oh, and, Miscellaneous Source, too. So I'm going to go into King Yama, and we use Gruesome Grace. We're going to bring back Spirit of Yubel. And from here, I can actually use Shavara, summon, and use Spirit of Yubel's effect to summon the original. And from here, I'm going to link off into a Boku. Okay. Nice. Let's see. And from here, I'm going to set. I really like Boku's design, too. Like, I don't know, I've always been a fan of the more darker or gothic aesthetic. And so right here, I got Phantom and got the original Yubel. And just attack into their Giant Rex. Yeah, I like dinosaurs. They're a cool deck. I even played them once for a little while at one point. It's a fun deck. A friend of mine still plays it. Yeah, a friend of mine who plays Blue Eyes and Red Dragon Archfiend. He just likes, dinosaur, dragon stuff. He is working on his Jurak deck lately. They're going to overlay into Steamed Sabersaurus. Man, I remember back in the day, God, I'm old, when Dino Rabbit was a thing. That deck was annoying to deal with back then. So, luckily I can use Phantom, pop Spirit of Yubel, and summon the original. And my opponent skips right there. Yeah, I can't blame them. I opened up too many good cards, honestly. Double Lancia, double Imperm, that's just so crazy stuff to deal with. So, we're on to game 4. So I opened up a pretty interesting hand. My opponent, Maxi. And no Called by the Grave, no Ash, so can't really do much against that. So I'm just going to set Imperm and pass. Basically, I'm not going to lie, I was basically hoping my opponent bricked right here. And maybe Imperm be enough, because sometimes for some decks, Imperm's honestly enough to stop them in their tracks. So that's basically what I was hoping for. So my opponent looks like they're playing Fallen of Albaz. Goody. So they're going to fuse into Albion. Albion, I think so. Okay, let's see. And Imperm right here. Alright, cool. Yeah, basically I was really hoping to myself that maybe Imperm's enough to slow them down. And they're going to go into one of their... Okay, one of their Bestials. Magnemite, right. And they're just going to attack directly. So, luckily, not a crazy opening field. But they will be able to search their Baldrake. So now, I gotta be really careful how I do this. And, man, Ash would have been useful earlier. But, hey, what can you do? Summon a Dark Beckoning Beast and add a second opening to the Spirit Gates. From right here, I'm going to use Nightmare Drone. And luckily, actually, nothing to stop me. So now let's be able to summon. Okay, unfortunately, they did have the Call by the Grave. So there goes Samsara D Lotus. Damn. Let's see. Okay, but luckily I'll be able to go into another Open of Spirit Gates, search my last Dark Beckoning Beast. So from here, I'm going to return and go into Phantom Yubel and hope this is enough, basically. I probably could have done more, but I was honestly really afraid of the nib because I'm like, it seemed like my opponent had everything, so I didn't want to take that chance. And luckily, I guess they're not. I swear, the more I play on Master Duel, the more I notice a lot of people really don't know how like a lot of Yubel cards work. That pretty much all of them, Yubel, Terran Incarnate, etc., and Spirit can't be destroyed by battle. So that's actually really good for me. So they're going to try to use their Dragon's Effect, but luckily, I'm going to use Phantom, but they got the Max C, so they will unfortunately be able to get a draw. But I actually had the Ash. I completely forgot I had that in hand. Oh man! Every time I swear when I'm playing, when I'm doing these videos, like if it's Master Duel or if it's on like VGC or something, I sometimes always forget that I made those moves, even though it obviously was me playing. That always makes me laugh. So double Dark Beckoning Beast, discard and bring back Spirit Effect. Get Nightmare Pain, and I'm pretty much good right there, and I pretty much got it. Alright. Nice. And we're on to game 5. I managed, hey, alright, double Samsara D Lotus. Oh, man. Let's see. I think maybe I'll title this name Demon Fleur because I don't know if you're familiar with the channel. Obviously, I have a bit of an obsession with Nico Robin. I ain't gonna hide it. But whenever I see the pink flowers, reminds me of the Hana Hana no Mi. God, I sound great. Okay, let's see. So right here, I'll be able to basically just link off like crazy. So yeah, going to Lord Yema. Lord Yema, search out Unchained. Yeah, it must make sense, demons and flowers. That's pretty much the entire Robin aesthetic. God, my mind is still on that. Let's see. So I'm gonna go into Soul of Rage. Nice. Let's see. So I'm able to use Gruesome Grave Screamer to bring back Spirit. And I'm gonna pop this Shvara. And right here, okay, in the combo video I did. I'll leave a link if you haven't seen that. This is what I meant by right here. It doesn't miss timing. You can use Shivara, pop Spirit Yubel, still summon the original, and use Shivara to summon back the exact same spirit you summoned, and you can still summon your original Yubel. So, let's put that out there. All right, because I wasn't sure or not if that was gonna work when I first was learning the combos for Yubel. When I first built the deck, when we got the support, the TCG, like Jesus, I think like a year ago at this point, might be a little longer, I think. And right here, I'll be able to go into Vanderus. So, be able to bring back a Boku, and I got a pretty good amount of set cards. And right here, they're going to try to Book of Tayo. So, I'm going to use Verderus to stop that, and that does negate. Which is good for me. And it looks like I'm playing against Kashtira. Okay, I hate playing Cashier, but they were playing the Santa Claus card, and they managed to tribute my Phantom. God, that sucks, but hey, what can you do? So, Imperm stopped stopped him from searching, but they had the Rhoda. Dang. If I knew that, I would have saved the Ash. Damn. So, they're going to try to use Tearlaments as well, so I'm playing against Kashtira Tearlament, but luckily called by, I drew double of them at the beginning. Yep. Alright. Alright, sweet. And I always forget this card's name. I forgot. Man. Millennium something. I'm really bad with names. And it looks like they're going to try to go into the Fiendsmith engine. And right now they're going to go into their Moonlight Cloak. Moon of the Closed Heaven, right? That's it. And right now they're going to go into Requiem. Okay. Now this is where that second one's going to come, right? And Called by the Grave. Speaking of Robin, just like when she has like her multiple hands. Man. I swear I don't have a problem. But anyways, that's game five right there. Man, the double call by really came in handy. So yeah, that was the first. If you made this far, that was the first Master Duel video here on the channel playing Yubel. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you want to see, I think what I'll do, like I said, this week will be Yubel, so I think next week will probably be Heroes again, and I'll pretty much just keep like I do IRL when I play at locals. I'll keep a healthy balance of the two, just because again, these are just the two decks I love to play the most. So if you want to see any more, like if you want to see like Cyber Dragons and Sky Strikers, because that's what channel member Michael is working on, let me know in the comments. And shoot, just overall, just have a great week. Take care. Bye.